show some Huss. Uh, we are 2-0 against the Blazers this year as we win last night, Sunday night game at home against the Blazers again, 112 to 103. And yeah, I think this could be short and sweet. What are your first thoughts, Leo?
Man, I'm just gonna copy off April here. She said we played the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Shout
Yeah.
out to April, nailed it. Absolutely. We played the fourth quarter. Um, we played with some Huss, showed some Huss finally in the fourth. So man, it was great to see the fourth quarter. The first three were frustrating, to say the
Yeah.
least.
End of the third wasn't too bad, but I do see where you're coming from. I think we ended the third with like a crazy run that bled into the
Yeah,
fourth, and I think it was like what, a 23-2 run or something, and that's
yeah.
that was the difference right there.
So I guess yeah, the
But
second half of the third and the fourth.
not even the second half of the third. It was like the
Right.
last 3 minutes. I mean, it was like might as well be the fourth, but
Yeah,
it's just so crazy how I don't know. We feel like turning it on, we do, and then we end up winning a game. I mean, it's not
yeah.
something we could do against like, you know, quality opposition, but I don't
Hey
know,
man,
man.
Scoot Henderson is a great basketball player, or he's blossoming into one.
Yeah.
Uh, and Anthony Simons is great. Um, can we just do a moment of silence for um how for DeAndre Ayton? Because he was lost. He was looking up into the stands. He looked like a Greek philosopher, Donnie. He looked like
Yeah. Yeah. Literally who's the
what
Greek
happened?
who's the Greek goddess that turns people to stone when they look at him? Anyway,
That's not Medusa. I don't know.
it is
No.
Medusa. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Joker was like Medusa to him, turn him straight to stone. It
It,
was
it it was like he glitched.
yeah,
Like he just like stopped working.
it looked fake. But then once they
Right?
zoomed in and saw that he was so sold on the shot fake that he turned and looked
And
and then
Donnie,
just stood there.
I don't know what happened in the tunnel, but I do know I watched both of them go separate ways after the game. There was no exchange of money. There was no exchange of like jerseys. It was so I don't think this was planned. I think this was maybe the oopsie of the year so far. It was so bad.
I mean, I we gave him so much stick in the last one against the Blazers, and then he does that, and I just feel like I'm beating a dead horse at this point. You know what I mean? Like,
Donnie, here's the best one that I was thinking. So Chauncey's watching film later with the assistants, right? That play comes up. What's the first? What do they? How do you address that? What do you say?
if I'm him, I'm sick, and I can't watch film that day. Send it to my iPad.
Do you think? Yeah, I just. Oh man,
Yeah, I mean, I, that was obviously. I still can't get that play out of my head
no.
because Joker goes on to get an and one as well.
Yeah.
Um,
Not only did he have him stone faced, he got a high five for a great shot.
yeah, I think the best way to put it is the way you put it. He glitched because it looked like he like froze. It was
Yeah.
like it was too much information to process at once, and he just froze. And I mean,
Maybe he saw a friend in the crowd. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know.
yeah.
Uh,
But I mean, AG had 12, MPJ had 12, Joker had 29, Jamal had a better game this time around, 21 and 10.
dude,
So that's
Jamal had a great game,
yeah. Or
in my
sorry,
opinion.
21, 5 and 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. He was like, if you look at, across the board, he was the most consistent, which is pretty impressive because it's hard to beat Joker, you know. But even
I
Joker
love
was really
seeing.
consistent. Go ahead, sorry.
Sorry, my no.
I don't have anything to say. So
Oh, my bad. Jamal. shooting 66% from 3-point range is real nice.
Very
Big fan.
nice. Yeah,
Big fan.
big
Uh,
fan.
so that was beautiful. We stuck some free throws. That was a nice
Yeah,
change of pace for us too.
very much. Very much. I think we shot like in the 60 percentile against the Thunder. Um, so to, I mean, if we can just keep it above 80 going
Yeah.
forward, right? Like that we'll see success with that. Get there, I'd say it'd be nice if we got there at least 20 times a game.
Yeah.
Is that too
Yeah.
much? I don't know.
It's not too much to ask for, but it feels that way.
Yeah.
Which I feel like when he's healthy, Joel's like, I'll do it before halftime.
Yeah.
He'll shoot 20 free throws before halftime sometimes. So I don't know, man. I overall a win's a win against an NBA team.
Mhm.
So we take it, we move on.
Yeah. 27 points. Yeah, 27 points from our bench. Not terrible. I think I may have mentioned it, but I want 30 at minimum per night. But
Yeah.
again, this was just one of those games, man. It was like we felt like we had to play them. I mean, there's a lot of games like that right now in the NBA, like with the Pistons and the Warriors, or not the Warriors, the Wizards and stuff like that. So, but they're still NBA teams, right? These are not slouches. You still got to play well. Um, I I loved Peyton Watson last night. He was on one,
He's he's doing a little bit of everything, man.
dude. I just hope we can sustain this, right? I hope this isn't just regular season flurry because we need that going into the postseason.
And I think this is where we hammer down and power through, especially being fourth with this record. Like, I was looking at overall standings today, and the top 5 NBA teams in the league, 4 of them come from the West.
Yeah.
Obviously the best team in the league is the Celtics, but 2 through 5 all reside in the West.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it's a super competitive conference, man. And it is there's no rest for anyone.
Ain't no rest for the wicked.
And we sure are wicked. Um,
Yeah. I mean, it's just crazy because I was just looking at the games back, and I mean, yeah, we've all played slightly different totals of games, but top four, like you said, man, they're all separated by a game or a half game, and then after that, is Sacramento, and they're like 5 games back. So,
yeah. Mhm.
I mean, it's a battle for the top four, and how that four will pan out at the end of this year. At this point, you could not pay me to guess that because I want Denver at the top or at least in the 2 seed, but
Well, now I'm wondering, does it even matter? Because you're going to end up playing one of those 3 anyway.
it's not home court. I guess that's it. You're
That's
gonna
very true.
you're gonna have to go through one of the four. Like everyone is gonna have to say at some point because unless some insanity happens with first round upsets, you're gonna have to go through one of the four at some point in the playoffs on the West side, and so it is what it is. Just keep battling, keep growing. I'm not concerned about us. If we do somehow get the fourth, do you think that's the end of the world?
No,
I don't either.
I think, what did we go 16-4 last year? In the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
think we go 16-8.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's not. It'll be a bumpier road. It'll be scary. But if we stay healthy, I think we lose 8 games uh total
Yeah.
in the playoffs.
Well, I was telling you in April last night, I saw a stat that I fact checked and it's right. Um, at this point last year, we were in first,
Oh,
but
you did tell me this.
this year we have a better winning percentage, and we're in fourth.
The Western Conference, man.
Yeah, I mean it's honestly it's kind of fun. I will say I'm kind of upset we aren't spreading out the Timberwolves games. I feel like those are like crammed in the last 2 months.
Yeah,
Um,
but
when we play,
I like that they're there in the schedule instead of at the beginning because we get them when they matter the most.
that's true. That's true, and it gives us some time to develop the bench, which we all knew was going to take time, right, to kind of figure out the rotations we want, and I mean, figure out that DJ still has some in the tank, which has been kind of a revelation.
Oh
Um,
my goodness,
yeah.
man.
So yeah, I mean,
He's
it's just
like the
fun. Or go ahead.
yeah. I was gonna
I,
say DJ's like he's like that old suburban man. Uh, he'll get you there. He'll get you there. And no one meets him at the rim. Nobody.
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 Well, they
Oh
can't.
man,
Yeah.
that's true. That's true. Man, he's fun to watch. He's so fun to watch. We
Yeah.
had so many good lobs last night, and I think all of them were from Jamal.
Hmm.
Maybe I'm wrong. I'm sure
I think
Joker had one, but I saw two from Jamal that they were just beautiful.
yeah. The ones I remember from Jamal. You're right, man. Now that I think about it, he did have a great game, and a lot of his accolades get overshadowed by Joker. I don't think he personally cares, but I guess I didn't notice how much that affects the average viewer. That's probably why he didn't get into the All-Star team. But
He's the reason we got Wendy's nuggets that I still didn't buy.
yeah, yeah, he's got that. I saw another stat. This is the first time in his career he's had back-to-back double doubles.
That surprises me.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. Um, like I thought for sure it would have happened at some point, and maybe there was a thing that said within the regular season because I feel like he's definitely had double back to back in the playoffs, but who knows? Maybe not.
Well,
Um,
and we were talking a week, maybe 2 weeks ago, that we need more consistency from him, and back-to-back double doubles
is
is
consistency.
consistent. Yeah, so I love to see it, man. Love to see it. Shooting 50% from the field, 66% from three. What a
Yeah.
blue arrow. What a blue arrow, man. Love it. There you go. That was perfect. I
That's
would
terrible.
recreate his shot, but I don't think that can be done by any human on
Oh,
this earth.
the release is pretty. It's
It's just
pretty.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yo, can you explain to me Yoke ending with a -5, shooting 60%?
Um.
I mean,
Well,
it's
he
far. I
did.
mean,
I think it
played
was
34
because
minutes.
I think it was because he played that whole. I mean, he played a lot, and he played during some tough times, right? But then
Is that what
again,
it is?
I think that's what it is. I mean, I'm just double checking to make sure that I loaded the stats properly because now you got me wondering.
No,
But I think that
I'm
that's
sure you
right.
did. I'm sure you did. Everyone had a negative except for Jamal. But man, if you think about the first, 3.5 quarters, or sorry, 2.5 quarters, man, the negatives make sense.
Yeah, and
So,
yeah, like all. I'm just double checked it. It is correct, and
and
this
our
is
bench, but
our
our bench
bench.
was all in the plus. So,
Yeah, I feel like our bench kind of bailed us out with Jamal.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man, I agree.
Also, what you're looking at right there, right now,
Hmm.
that's our playoff rotation, right there.
Yeah,
Not
I
not total minutes, but that's the four.
I feel like this is correct. I feel like CB is going to drop to half of that amount of minutes.
Oh, for sure. He'll be like a 5 to 10.
Reggie will be at 20.
Hmm.
Uh, DJ will be at hopefully 5 to 10 because
Hmm.
that means that Joker's getting a break,
Yeah.
and Peyton will play probably 30. I bet he'll play 30.
Yeah.
If things were to
Yeah.
start
And
continue
that
the way they're going,
and,
trending the way they are.
and that's assuming, the starting five play like our starting five. There's no foul trouble.
Yeah,
Um,
yes,
you know,
because that's a good point. Because if we get into foul trouble, Justin Holiday and Zeke Naji become available real quick.
we can't have that. I don't mind Justin Holiday.
We just can't have DJ playing longer than 10 to 12 minutes.
Yeah, and it'd be kind of nice even if we got DJ and Zeke out there because then Zeke wouldn't have to play the 5. But again, I don't know. I think we need to experiment a little bit. I know. I have the same face, dude. I can't. I try to find a way to make this work for him, but every time he gets a chance, which has been pretty limited recently, but he did have chances early, and it just wasn't pretty.
Well,
Um,
yeah, and I think they can do it. I'm just, man, that's not a whole lot of offense.
yeah. Going forward, I want to quick NBA or I guess Nugget news. Julian Strother is getting some G League time this week,
Yeah,
which I think is awesome.
you see that
That'll
on the note?
uh did you put it on there?
Yeah,
Oh, my bad.
I
Okay.
love it. No, dude, I love it.
Okay.
I was like, heck yeah, let's talk about it.
Okay.
I think it's just to get back in the swing, right?
Yeah, like he's got to get reps, I mean, he's
Yeah,
probably with a knee, like with shoulder injuries, you can stay in shape most of the time, like upper body stuff, but lower body stuff, it's hard to stay in shape.
yeah, yeah. And so I guess is this our rotation if the playoffs start today? Because if we're talking Straw, he's got to get minutes in there somewhere, right? Maybe not. I don't know. We're winning without him.
Um, that's a good point, man. And that's the thing. We see how does he respond from this injury, right? And
He's a rookie.
he's a rookie. I mean, be careful with him. I would be okay with this right now, uh, with what we have. I mean, Strother can provide that, we need a Hail Mary, inject some energy of that. What do we call it? A Strother heater that he had against New
Yeah.
Orleans, like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but I think he just needs to adapt to the league and the physicality of it um, before he gets very serious minutes. I don't know
Yeah.
how long that's going to take. That could take a game. That could take no games. That could take a year. I don't know. But I think he's going to be a great player for us. It's just the injury held him back.
Yeah. I would ease him. I agree with that. Ease him back in. We still have what, 30 games left, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Ease him back in. And also, he needs to be a guy that plays when Jamal's in foul trouble.
Yeah.
Or, Reggie is in, whenever someone's in foul trouble, that's when I would start to bring him back, unless, we're up by 20, down by 20, whatever. Then he
Mm-hmm.
gets minutes as well. But I don't know where you insert him, but he's got some time to develop, and Mike's got time to make that decision.
I was. It's funny because if we could give CB his shooting ability, CB might be the first guy off the bench.
CB would not be playing here next year if he had that shooting ability.
Right? Yeah. Um,
No,
yeah, I
I'm
don't
just
know.
kidding. It's
It's true.
okay.
That would be because I mean defensively, I have no concerns with CB. His rebounding effort is phenomenal, but offensively, um, he's not. I'll say this: he's not the best in half court. He's better when we're in transition or
Way better.
when Joker's creating double teams, then they're rotating, causing chaos. That's when he's at his best. He's not going
Mm-hmm.
to be AG bully ball
No,
crossover to the hoop. It's just not his game. Um,
no.
but I think
Nor
we'll be
is
able.
it. It's not like a Jamal either, where it's a cross, suede, fade, three.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just
Yeah, and he'll.
I.
I hope he can get better with his shot. Um,
Oh, I think he can.
yeah, he's a
He's going to be a
catch.
3-and-D guy.
Yeah, yeah.
3-and-D.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
not a bad role. That's a great role.
dude, I'd love to be that role.
That role wins you championships.
Yeah, Bruce Bowen.
Yeah. Ray
um,
Allen.
yeah, yeah. All right, so Nuggets are 35-16. Like Leo said, we've got 30, I think 31 games left, which is kind of crazy, man. This season is coming quick to the end.
Man,
Which I mean, I'm not complaining. I want the playoffs. So
it's been a good season so far.
yeah. And yeah, everyone reach out to us on Instagram, Facebook. We've got a TikTok. We don't have anything cool on TikTok yet because we don't have the Riz apparently yet, but we're working on that. And
I love
then
that you use that word. Thank you for that. I
that was
appreciate
that
it.
was for you. That was for you. And yes, I know I'm too old to use that word, and that was the point. Second, we're we're on all the platforms: YouTube, Spotify, Amazon. Give us a like and subscribe. Tell your friends. If you see us at a Nuggets game, come say hi. Well, mainly to Leo, not to me, because I'm not a people person. But anyway, Leo, remind the people.
Don't forget to Riz. No, everyone, please do not forget to show some Huss. Go Nuggets.